Hi, my name is Diego Cordero, and today here I'm interviewing.
Noe Cordero, his father.
And what's your profession?
I am currently working for the San Diego Police Department Special Response Team, which is the full time SWAT team.
All right. So today we're going to be asking you a couple questions just on your job overall, and seeing what it took you to get there.
Very well.
All right. What would you say is your most favorite part of your job?
There are many, there are many parts of it that I enjoy, but I think the most favorite one for me is actually making a difference in the community. As part of the SWAT team, we're tasked with serving high risk search warrants where, let's say, for example, you're living in a home, and let's say the home next to you, you have some bad guys selling drugs, right? And with that, you have very sketchy foot traffic, people coming and going all hours of the day. And so, obviously, that's going to really make your life as a good citizen kind of difficult having neighbors like that. And let's say they have weapons or what have you, right? So then we would go in there and serve a high risk search warrant looking for drugs and guns. And after we're done, the detectives come in and then they basically charge whoever had the drugs and the guns, and hopefully they get prosecuted and then get taken away from that community, therefore making a difference in everyday people who are just out there trying to earn a living, feed their families, and be good citizens. And I think what I do, that portion of it, I enjoy because I know once we go in and serve these high risk search warrants, we make a difference in that community, and that to me um, is a great benefit, and I feel good about doing that.
So was there a moment in your life that made you decide you wanted to do this career?
Not necessarily a moment. Um, what had happened was I was I had just graduated college, and I was originally going to teach high school English. I went to school to get an English degree and my teaching credential. So as I was doing some student teaching, I was turned off to teaching. I just don't know why. It just, I guess I had a realization that it really wasn't for me. So I didn't really know what to do. The bills were piling up, so I ended up getting a job working as a courier. And as I was working in this blueprint company right after college, I started thinking about law enforcement. And shortly thereafter, I thought, well, let me give this a shot. Right? Again, the bills were piling up, and I started the process to get hired. The process took approximately a year to do and actually get into the police academy. So if you want to if you want a specific response to a defining moment, I would say when the bills were piling up, I had my defining moment, and I thought, well, let me give this a shot. And if it doesn't work out, then I would have looked for something else. All right. So the most important event I would say is a call out that we had probably about maybe 2 years ago. And what happened was you had a domestic violence issue where a male took his girlfriend hostage in Logan Heights, and both had been drinking. Both were in a huge argument. So what ended up happening is he was holding her by the head, and he had a knife to her throat, and he was threatening to kill her. And they were right in right in plain view in their front door. The interior door was opened, right, but the exterior wrought iron door was locked. It was closed. We couldn't get in there. So I remember being right there. As we call it number one, and then everybody else is in number two, three, four, five. So I'm number one, and I'm seeing him holding the knife to her head, and he's threatening to kill her, and she's yelling and screaming. And we had our breachers who were trying to breach the door because the door was locked. We couldn't get in. So they're working the door, and the door is very stout. It's one of the more stout doors that we've encountered out there. So they're working the door, they're trying to break it open as best as they can. And meanwhile, I'm there trying to talk this guy, uh, talk to him, and keep him from hurting this woman. And I remember telling him, hey, listen, calm down, man. You don't have to hurt. You don't have to hurt her. She's your girlfriend or wife, whoever she was. And again, he's yelling. He's drunk. He's saying he's going to kill her. And so she managed at that point. She managed to get her hands up by his the hands and the knife, and she was able to fight and wrestle the knife away from him. Right. So she took the knife away from him, and at that point, he yelled some stuff, and he said, "I'm gonna go to the kitchen and get another knife." So what he did is he walked from the living room, the front door, all the way back to the kitchen, got another knife, and he was walking back. And the female, meanwhile, she's at the front door, um, and we're telling her, open the door," and she's just scared, and she's not doing that. So finally, we were able to breach the door, get the door open, and as we did, he's still coming back toward her. So we were able to go in there, grab her, and then eventually take him into custody. Right, and nobody got hurt. I mean, he got um, thrown to the ground, and we wrestled the knife away from him. But it ended well, and that was the important thing. Nobody was hurt permanently. It ended well. He ended up going to jail, and she didn't get hurt. Right. So I think that was probably one of the um, bigger memories that I have as far as making a difference and having something very positive come out of something that was very hostile and very volatile, if you will.
Thank you, Mr. Cordero, for letting me interview you today. You have a very interesting career, and I was able to learn a lot.
My pleasure.
Thank you.